probably the best laundry in Europe, doing very high fashion garments, and for all the major brands. And Mr. Vasco is the commercial director, and he will be making a presentation on high fashion washes for automotive 17. So Vasco, should we start?
Yes.
Okay.
On our showroom, I can give you a small look of our showroom, of what we are doing today here.
Okay.
So this is our showroom here. As you can see, it's very busy. We have been in collections all week with some new clients here. Now here I prepared some, I talked with Sandeep and I prepared some of the things that we are seeing people wanting even. We are looking and we are seeing the trends on the aggressive side of the garments coming back with a different kind of patchwork with vibrant colors by showing you one of my favorite garments of the new collection. So I don't know if you can see it quite well. It is a very vintage watch. A very vintage watch. As you can see, the very strong, a very strong watch. But I want you to have the details on the part of the patchwork. I don't know if you can see it well.
Yeah, you need to hold a little because the picture is not very clear. Can you see?
Can you see?
It's a bit unclear. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm holding it still so you can see it.
Okay.
So what we did here is we did a black patchwork with a coating on top.
Coating on top.
So it's something.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the leather we are experiencing with some clients, and they are working a lot with the leather patchwork.
Okay.
So this was one of.
Yeah.
So
leather patchwork.
Here and different we crossed, so we don't need polyester. That's why we were able to put on denim as well.
Okay, I just repeat for the audience so that because the voice is a little breaking. So this is a sublimation print you have done on cotton, which is normally done on polyester, and this is specially developed by your laundry.
Yes, we patented this to worldwide.
Okay.
So this now is a very interesting dyeing process that we are doing a lot right now, and it's about it is similar to try to imitate the acid wash, but in a very a more uniform way. As you can see, we are looking at the colors and the very vibrant. Blue with dark. So the objective was to create something very different.
Okay, so this again.
But similar to an acid wash process.
Yeah. So we can see this. I mean, it is with sublimation, or is it some other process?
No. It is a normal special dyeing process that we have.
And this is including some part is including bleaching.
Yes, sublimation. I have it here to show you on wool. This is sublimation on wool. Sorry, I will take off the. So this is sublimation on wool.
Okay.
It's a wool shirt for women. Mm-hmm. As you can see, it's all over and it's on top of the seams as well, as you can see here. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
On top of the seams here. The only limitation that we have regarding this process has to be on the armpits here. Sometimes, in this case, it didn't happen, but sometimes it can create wedges here. But it's the only real limitation that we have here.
Okay.
So more on the patchwork and on the high fashion washes. I have it here to show you. This is a garment that is, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see all the patchwork here?
Yeah, the picture is not very clear, but we can see there's some patchwork and a lot of distressing. Yeah, the holes. These holes are in the patchwork.
Yes. This case we wanted to do a zigzag, but not a full zigzag. We wanted to do a zigzag, but just around the patchwork and not through it, as normally you see it. I have another here to show you. It's a different process that we are doing. It's a very interesting. That you can see the garment and the base color of this garment.
Yeah.
That is light. But if you turn it, it is completely dark.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So that's two jeans together.
Yes, similar. We try to imitate that. We try to imitate that and to do a different effect. This that I'm holding is the same jean.
Yeah.
So you can see it.
Yeah, that's
so
very interesting.
what we did is we developed this especially for ladies because normally it's the person that like this kind of thing, because this you can go very aggressive on the front and not too aggressive on the back, or vice versa. In this case, we try to do just a light, not too aggressive wash here, but it's a very interesting process that we have been having very success with.
So this is actually this jeans is sewn in one time, and this is a wash process which is.
No. This is the jean is sewed and then is washed.
So it is one complete wash. In one complete wash, you got two different looks from front and back side.
Yes. We developed, in this case, we developed a special machine, and we can do one wash at the front and one wash at the back, or vice versa, or also on the side. If you want to do on the side, it's also possible to do it.
Okay.
So I have more here for you to see. This is a very, in this case we had already worn out garment that we tried to replicate. I don't know if you can see it, but it's all full of patchwork, different patchwork on the bottom here, more patchwork on the knees.
We see it as, is it leather patchwork inside or is it cotton only?
No, this one is cotton, and this one is just the whole. It's something that you are seeing a lot, especially on the women's market. Is the full whole completely open.
Okay.
So without any. So here also patchwork on the pocket, patchwork on the back. So in this case, we mix the two. We have inside the cotton normal. We have the sewn squared around it, and then we have inside of it.
So the original fabric of the jeans is intact, and it's only the patchwork which has been torn.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we are looking as a trend as well is the height of the jean shorter, the jean shorter, and cut it in this way so it creates like this small area, especially on the boyfriend model.
Can you hold this, because we could not see it very clearly? Can you hold this?
Yes, of course. So I don't know if you can see it now. So it's short here, so it becomes short, and people can wear it, especially women on the boyfriend style, very short.
Okay.
So I have it here Another thing is a very nice wash. We tried it. Can you see this? I'll show it closer so you can see that we call this the star wash.
It is not very clear to you.
Okay. So I don't know if you can see it here, but
It's like
so we call it.
star. It's like
We call it star wash because it's all fairly unique pepper sprays that throughout the garden.
And it's happening totally through the washing process.
Yes, all we do, as you know, everything we do here is all of this is only by diamond wash. So everything we do is only through wash. We don't do the process.
Okay.
So here, a small detail that we are seeing a lot is, for example, on the back pockets, really. In this case, is a very small rib with a leather patch inside of it. But in some clients, we are seeing a rib to bigger destroyed on the back, and a bigger patchwork or no patchwork as well. We can see that already on the client.
Awesome. Just show the image once more, last one. The back pocket.
Sorry?
The back pocket.
Oh, of course. So here it is.
So it has been.
This is a small. It has been really destroyed, and then it's a patchwork. It's a patchwork done on the top.
Okay. Okay.
So what I was telling is that some clients rip it, most of the pocket, and use it, and use the patchwork to cover it, or no patchwork at all.
Okay.
So also on the color, and this is something that we are looking a lot, especially to the Chinos brand. Like for example, Tommy begins doing this a lot. What you see it has a label. Can you see it?
Not clear again. What actually there's some patches
A
inside?
laser pattern. No, it's a laser pattern. Let me shine the pattern light. Let me see. Can you see it now?
It's a shining, there's little shine in the packet.
Okay.
Resin.
No. It's a laser pattern.
Laser pattern, okay. Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yes, a little we can see it.
It's a very subtle. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
And it's something that is throughout the garment. It's from the down until from the bottom until the here. But it's very disguised, and the way we are using the laser is on that area, very disguised, with a color, and mixing it with very vibrant colors.
Okay, so basically the lasers which were used more for denim are also being used, but they're not very
on the ready to dye garments.
Okay.
In this case, is a familiar clothes that I already showed you, but we are testing it in different substrates and different colors. And this is what we call easy dye, because it's not easy. And this is a happy twill that I have on my hand. It's not it looks by the construction and then it's a garment dye. So what we did is we in this process, we bleach it to white, and then we color it with a pigment dye on the color, and it gets this beautiful tone with the whiteness and the almost fuchsia color here. And something also that the clients are looking a lot.
Okay, so you bleach this normal piece dye fabric and
yes,
and you pigment dyed it and
yeah.
the fact.
Yes, this is a wash that I showed you on the garment before, but it's on a it takes to be like
Star wash.
And that's why we call it star wash.
It's not a print actually.
It's not a, sorry?
Not a print.
No, it's not a print. No, it's wash. It's a wash.
It's a wash.
Yeah. So, more here to show you. For example, this one I already showed it to you live, but this is a different type of patchwork where it doesn't have any lining, but through the wash we can create this with a heavy wash. We get darker on the patchwork, and it creates this the same wash effect inside, but there's a round effect here on the patchwork. Here you can see it as well.
Okay. So this black line which we are seeing is through the wash, and it comes through the wash.
Yeah, it comes through the wash. It's, on inside the machine. We do it. We thin the garment, and it gets like this. So this is a stronger car wash. You can see it. It's like you can really nice here. It's very. You can see that this garment with this wash you can have a very, very aggressive look, or you can have it as a garment almost unseen. So it's something that we also see the clients looking at, and it's something very important to them. If you do different intensities, you will have almost two separate looks. This one is a very, very aggressive wash. So with spots, with laser. So this is we mixed here the spots done by hand. For example, here as you can see it, with spots made by laser. And this is throughout the garment. So it gives, as I was telling you, that this sort of look that the clients are asking more now. But in different layers. So if the client see and they touch it, it can feel the spot done by hand, but it can't feel the spot done by laser. So it's something that we also try and play with the touch and the hand feel of the garment.
Okay. So the spots are made with the laser, and again the new spots are made and then two are mixed together in the wash. During the wash.
Yes. So this is another kind of patchwork we are doing now. The vertical, what we call it vertical. I don't know if you can see it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a vertical line. This is very, very small destroyer, but in this case here you have a bigger one, and you can see this is again a machine that we developed that is semi-automatic, and you put the lining on the way that you want it to be, and it will do automatic. So of course in the patchwork we have what we call the reservation patchwork. As you can see, in this case we did it a very, very big one. A very, very big one here. As you can see, it's almost throughout all the length. But this is done by the wash. It's done by the wash. It's what we call a chemical patchwork. What we did is we did this one bigger and we make inside real patchwork. So it's something that we also have been playing a lot is the chemical and the things that you can touch. So I have here more of the garments of the sublimation to show you. Of course, this is a light color, but it can apply almost to any color because the sublimation, as you know, does the effect anything that you want. We are using it to recreate also. We are used also to recreate degraded and difficult garment types. So what you used to have on the degraded style is that when you had such a yellow like this and such a blue like this, the bar, the difference between colors would notice a lot. And with this you can see that it's very, very natural, changing from one color to another.
Okay.
For example, another light color here, we have the blue and the white. And you can see that the transition between the blue and the white is very, very, very natural. And more on the sublimation print, I have it here. And we can do, for example, this kind of thing that's done a lot. So it's patterns created by the client, and you can do a unique shirt to any kind of customer that we want. So you can guarantee that a job that the client does is not repeated by others because the sublimation allows you that.
And this is like looking
Another
like a 3D.
Sorry?
This is looking like a 3D pattern. It's looking like a 3D.
Yes, the objective was that. Looking more to the dyeing effect, we have what we call here the indigo dye. We use real indigo colorant to do this shirt, to dye this shirt. What we did very advanced on the wash, the dye, to maintain the color faster throughout washing. So in the process that we did include not only the garment dye itself of the indigo, but also the wash after the indigo to the shirt. I have also another dye we'd like to show you. It's what we call fading. So what we used to do, we had the Tudor dye where the seams would be lighter than the garment itself. But in this case, it's backwards. The seams are darker than the rest of the fleece. We can do better that we can do this on fleece. We can do this on shirts. We can do this on whatever substance you want. In this case here, it's also sublimation print. So what we did here, we wanted to simulate the garment dye that is tied, or the tie dye, of course. But in this case, you can replicate each and every garment the same as the other. That is the most advantage, not only to create pictures or create different effects, but also to mimic and to try and imitate the difficult garment type that we had, but in a way to the client, because as you know today, the clients are really difficult in terms of quality control and everything else. Here we have also an indigo dye, but a lighter version of it. It has been very successful, especially for this new collection, because it's a color. The dark colors are very in fashion with the client. They are looking a lot at dark colors.
What is special about this indigo dye, this particular garment?
It's the part of the indigo dye that is special is about the fixation of the indigo. when normally you use a real indigo color to dye, if you wash it up, it will almost all fade away.
Okay.
In this case, it's to show that you can do a very dark indigo dye and a lighter indigo dye. So we can maintain this color throughout the washing.
Okay.
And we can maintain the dark color throughout the washing. So that's very important, very important for us. Another thing that I have here, and to try and tell you what we are doing. For example, in this case we have an imitation of the Japanese technique that they use when they like to tie it and to put it on the water. So this case we did it with a sublimation cream.
Yeah, the connection is getting a little poor, Vasco.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, the connection is getting little hazy.
I'm sorry.
It's not getting not here clearly.
Can you hear me now? Better?
Yeah, better, little better.
Okay. So this is also, I think that I showed you firsthand. This is a sublimation print done on black.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is a black garment, and you have sublimation done on top. This is one of the great things that we had already, because the sublimation, as you know, could not be done on black.
Yeah.
And we achieved this, with a picture drawn. I don't know the resolution of the camera doesn't show you,
Yeah,
but it's a garden that is here.
Please, yeah, we can see.
Yeah, yeah. So that's also very important for us, and it's something that we are doing a lot.
That's really beautiful.
Besides this, what I had prepared to show you was some garment dye, and also for you to understand the range of the garment dye with the sublimation print. So this is a garment dye, and the drawing is a sublimation print.
Okay.
So this is also the breaking areas, that is the mixing of the dye and then the sublimation. You can see it is a picture here, and it's a garment dye on it. So the advantage here is that you can mix the two totally different techniques and have such beautiful results. Because the picture sublimation
Was
sorry?
Yeah, was agreement with
the sublimation, the traditional sublimation would allow you to do a full garment sublimation. And in this case, you can do parts of it mixing with dyes, especially the fact that you do on garment dye. So that's really one of our biggest innovations that we have here.
that's 100% cotton.
That's 100% cotton here, yes, 100%. I think that it's a little bit of everything that I wanted to show you. I really wanted to be there. I really wanted to be there and talk to you in person. Because as you know, I really love your people. But as you can see here,
Yeah, we really miss you here, and but really, I mean, I think this is but connection probably we could next time do. But next time you have to be here personally, let's go. Next time you have to be here.
yes, I will try. I will try.